For over a decade, one agreement between India and Australia remained stuck on paper. On July 9, both countries agreed to make it operational, and it was only one part of a much bigger strategic shift. At their annual summit in Melbourne, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese unveiled a series of agreements spanning defence, nuclear energy, critical minerals, cybersecurity and trade. The biggest announcement came in nuclear energy. India has long looked to Australia's uranium reserves, which account for nearly 28% of the world's known uranium resources, to support its ambitious target of building 100 gigawatts of nuclear power capacity by 2047. The two countries signed a civil nuclear cooperation agreement in 2014 and it came into force the following year. But uranium exports remained stuck for years over concerns about ensuring the fuel would be used only for peaceful civilian purposes. Now that hurdle has finally been cleared. Australia will now be able to export uranium to India for exclusively peaceful civilian use under International Atomic Energy Agency safeguards. However, neither side revealed how much uranium India will receive or when supplies will begin. The partnership isn't stopping just at uranium. India and Australia will also deepen cooperation on critical minerals, from exploration and investment to processing and long-term supply arrangements. Governments, private companies and research institutions will work together to build more resilient supply chains. Both countries also signed a new joint declaration on Defence and Security Cooperation 2026, upgrading their strategic partnership. The two countries will now hold an annual Defence Ministers' Dialogue, deepen cooperation between their armed forces, strengthen defence industry ties and work towards an agreement on the provision of defence articles and services. They also endorsed a new maritime security collaboration roadmap and signed an MOU between Australia's Maritime Border Command and the Indian Coast Guard to improve coordination at sea. The message is clear. Both countries want a free, open and stable Indo-Pacific. Technology is another pillar of the partnership. The two countries launched the Partnership on Cyber, Critical Technologies and Supply Chains or PACTS, replacing the 2020 Cyber Framework with a broader strategic partnership focused on cybersecurity, emerging technologies, defense research and resilient supply chains. And beyond strategy, people-to-people ties also got a boost. Australia announced an additional 10 million Australian dollars for the Maitri Grants program and backed the National Centre of Excellence for Skilling in Mining in Odisha. Thus, from uranium and critical minerals to defence and cybersecurity, India and Australia are quickly building a partnership designed for a far more uncertain world. Follow Business Standard for more such stories.